Beautiful seekers, this is Clarity 1129. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. I am here with a collective reading this time, and the topic is urgent messages for those who need to hear it before you enter 2025. Now, I was actually waiting to do a 2025 prediction reading as well as a January prediction reading zodiac wise, but I was just called to pull out cards for you last night, and I had to do this reading. It was coming through, and while the first two tarot cards I pulled out myself, as well as the Moonology oracles, everything else happened in a form of trance. All right, and I was actually surprised to see a few of the cards which I usually don't pull out except in a love reading, that are those messages cards, but everything has come through in this reading, and I was actually surprised to see the choice of oracle cards I've picked out. And so I have to let you know that this is a general reading. It's also a timeless reading, because this is basically, I'm saying urgent messages for before you enter 2025, but this could be used as urgent messages before you enter any new year. All right, and this is going to resonate for different people. All messages may not be for one person. You could have just one or two messages in it for you. If everything resonates, great. If it doesn't, just take what resonates. Do not force fit anything, because just by the choice of cards, I'm seeing that there are so many different messages. So that's how it's going to come through, and you will know. If you see this and something calls to you, you will know this is for you. All right, and if it's not, please leave it for someone else, because this is just a collective reading and not a personal reading. It's not even a bigger pile, there's just one pile. All right, so now I will see you when all the cards are laid out, just so that I can save some time for you, and this will be a little more aesthetic, the setup. So I'll see you in a bit. All right, I didn't realize there were so many cards. I don't know what had come over me when I had taken out so many cards for you. And I'm actually surprised. I had a real tough time, organizing this for you. And even then, there are a lot of overlaps here. And I just realized that, okay. Now, where do we begin? I've got 3 tarot cards for you. I'm sorry if I've shaken this for you. All right, there are 3 tarot cards and so very many oracle cards for you. And I'll tell you, in each deck I've also taken the bottom deck energy, so I'll explain to you as we move forward. The most important messages from Spirit are: 1, to come into balance. All right, with the Temperance card here, the Ace of Cups, and the Star, which was the bottom deck energy, the very strong messages that have come through, which you need to know, which you need to work upon, which you need to take with you to the new year, is that you have to come into balance your yin and yang energy, your masculine and feminine energy, your head and your heart. They have to be in complete balance before you're able to move forward successfully, before you're able to create magic, create abundance, manifest what it is that you have to do. And for this, you need to heal. And more than anything, you need to be extremely, extremely patient. With the Ace of Cups in the center of your reading, it's very strong message is to be in the energy of love. Not to expect love from someone, not about, and this I feel is, you can always say the Ace of Cups is an opportunity from the universe. All aces are that. But what I'm picking up from here is, it's not about you giving your cup to somebody specific or someone giving it to you. This is about you being love. All right, you being in this energy of love, and to no matter whom you're interacting with. It could be someone working for you, it could be an animal, it could be anybody, familial relationship, romantic of course, but everyone and anyone, including strangers. You have this feeling of unity. It's not you versus me, but we are one. And it's not, and you also are aware of the fact that everyone is not in this energy, so you can't really outwardly go and talk about this, because not very many people will be on the same page, but you feel it within you. So you're in this wonderful energy, and so once you come into balance and embrace this energy, this is what you're going to attract. You become so magnetic when you are in this energy, and this is what I see for you. And with the star card here, again, the temperance and the star, it's about healing, and the star card is about hope. It's also got to do with tremendous success and you connecting with people all over the world. There are no boundaries in your mind, there are no boundaries in your heart, and so and the actual manifestation, you will find you become such a magnetic, you have such magnetism around you, because your energy is like that. That's your aura. That there will be no boundaries in the physical reality either. Everyone you come in contact with, and if you're doing some work when people can see you, then the world over, people are just drawn to what you do because of the work that you've done on yourself. So this is your message, that first and foremost, you work on coming into balance. Be very patient. Now, as I'm posting this reading, there are a few days left to move into the new year. Does not matter. With patience, take your own sweet time getting there, but do a solid job of it. Work through every single fear that is there within you, and just make a conscious effort that you will release one fear every single day, little by little. And it may come back the next day, but you still work on it till you get over it, little by little. And that is the best way to come out of all your karmic ties. And keep being very kind to yourself and those around you. All right? And keep moving forward. So that is the basic message for you, which is right in the center in the form of your tarot cards. Now, apart from that, let me read out your oracle cards for you. And with this isolation and energy, I feel you will require periods of staying alone, detoxing yourself from all this noise around you, and working on your healing. When you're healing, take some time out for yourself, your R&R, rest, sit in silence, meditate. With this card here, meditate and contemplate. Very, very important for you to take some time out every single day, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever you can spare, wherein preferably if you can go in nature, great. Otherwise, one certain place in your house where you won't be disturbed, quietly. If it'll be great if you can fix a time for yourself, but if you can't, it doesn't matter. Whenever you can take time, go and sit down there, just you, and just let the thoughts come and go. Don't do anything. Don't have to. If you want to do guided meditation, that's up to you, but if you don't want to, that's fine. Just sit and just be still. Calm your body down, bring it to the place where it's so calm, when you're not, there's hardly any movement. You can barely make out your breath. And then you just be aware of that feeling. And you may start out for 2 minutes, increase it to 5, 10, 15, as I said. And during that time, make sure nobody disturbs you. This is going to be very powerful for you to move forward. This isolation is necessary, and the difference you will feel in your energy, and people around you will feel. And that's what I was saying. You're going to be very magnetic at this time. And you really need to work on this. All right? And there's going to be a lot of abundance. With this death card here, I feel it is like you shedding your old skin as you move into the new year. And for some of you, it may take a little longer. Maybe as you move, in January, maybe. As I said, there's no rush here because everyone has gone through a different experience. Some will take a longer time if there's been something traumatic, and it depends on how much work you've done in the past, or have you, repressed it. So take your own sweet time. There's no race. Everyone's right there on time where you need to be. But when you're seeing this message, if you're called to see this message, and if you're still hearing me, it's time for you to leave your old version. Just pick out things that will serve you. Some things like, being calm, sorry, being kind, being calm, being um, in this energy of love, these are universal. So if you've always been there, great. But you need to come into balance and shed the old version of you. We are constantly evolving, constantly learning. And let's not be loyal to things that have been taught to us by our parents when we were small or by our teachers, and just hold on to them without thinking that, no, I have promised this at that age, and now I'm 50 years more, but I'm going to still stick with that because I was taught. Don't have that sense of loyalty. See what the circumstance needs from you. You need to grow and evolve. And it has to come from a place of kindness, and it has to come, it is not about I, me, myself, it's about us. So what you do, it has repercussions on the people around you. All right, so be responsible, be empathetic, and whatever you have to do, if you need to shift what you've been taught, that's okay. I have a blog which says Musings While Unlearning, and I started this blog in 2017 only because at that is the time when I had my first spiritual awakening, and I was, realizing for the first time that you don't have to stick with everything that you're taught. At that age, you needed those lessons. But as you grow, your reality shifts, and you actually come from this place of, despite best intentions, what we are taught is, you must come first in class, or you must get the highest mark, and you should be the best person. All this teaches you this concept of me versus them. And now it's never about me versus them. We are all on the same side. And you learn that. And this particular blog which I started, Musings While Unlearning, there were so many concepts for me to unlearn. And it felt uncomfortable. And then it was also frustrating at some time that why was I taught all that if I had to unlearn it right now? But there is a time for everything. And after unlearning, you also have to relearn new things which will replace those concepts. And this is also not the be all and end all till you actually get to where you need to get, which is actually, now when I'm telling you things or when I've learned things, these are things which are coming from outside. And, we are, it's not coming from within. These are things that we are learning, we are picking up from here and there. But there will be a time when all this will come as a, self-realization from within. And that is when your life is going to change completely. But till then, the effort is on to reach that place. So make sure that you're not loyal to the wrong things. Your loyalty should be towards growing. You're a life, and every life around you needs to be respected, and everyone is evolving. When I say everyone, not just humans, even animals, everyone. So just be kind, very, very kind as you move forward. All right. There's a lot of abundance coming in once you come into this balance. Beautiful energies, very, very beautiful energies, which is very heartening to see. All right. And while I'm talking about that, I'd like to read this card for you. 20. Dolphin spirit, this and that are true. Everyone's reality is different. There is no right and wrong. What is right for me may be wrong for you. It depends on the circumstance. It depends on the upbringing. It depends on the culture. And just because I think in a certain way and that is right and appreciated in my part of the world does not mean the same thing will apply for you. So stop being judgmental. All right? Learn about other cultures. Try and see other people's points of view. Personalities are different. Our experiences are different. All right? And use your mind wisely. The number 47 or 11 could be significant. And then you also have claim your independence with the cat spirit. Use your mind wisely with the pig spirit. And the cat spirit says claim your independence. Number 13 or 4 could be significant as well. From now on, remember to take responsibility. Get over the blame game. If someone is in this energy of blame game around you, let them say what they have to. You claim responsibility so you can change things. Anyone who claims responsibility, even when things are going wrong, and you have the courage to say, yes, I have done it, it makes you so powerful, because only someone who takes the responsibility of something can actually make a change. When you come into this energy for, I didn't do it, somebody else did it, you're giving your power away. That means whatever's happened has gone bad, and because someone else has done it, it's someone else's responsibility. You feel you're protecting yourself and you don't have to do that, but actually you're giving your power away. You could have made that situation a beautiful one, you could have changed it, but you are not able to, because you're just not taking responsibility, and you say, I can't do anything, someone else has done it. That means if that someone else changes things, then you'll live a happy life. If they don't, you can't. So you've just given your power away with that one little way of thinking. So that needs to change during this time. All right? And claim your independence. When you do that, when you take responsibility, you are so free. And it's the other way, as they say, with great freedom comes great responsibility. It's also true in reverse. All right? Another very important thing here during this time is to see things from a higher perspective. When you do that, all this becomes easy. Taking responsibility becomes easy. Being kind to one another becomes easy. Now, you cannot expect a snake to behave like a dog. Inherently, the two animals are different. They are made differently, they react differently. So you cannot expect, and they can't be judged for being a snake. That venomous snake, let's kill it. And the dog is such a sweetheart, and that's for people who like dogs. There are a lot of people who absolutely dislike dogs as well. But what you need to know is, if all these creatures are here on this planet, it's because they're meant to be here, and they have as much right on this earth and its resources as you do. So just change your perspective on everything in life and allow yourself to be more accepting, and understand people's natures are all different and they are great the way they are. Don't try to change anybody. The only one you can change is yourself, and you can take yourself to this beautiful place just by accepting responsibility and trying to work on yourself, and not harshly, with a great amount of kindness, taking your own sweet time, but moving one step ahead every single day. And your hard work is paying off. This, for those of you who've been working on your coin and you've been seeing things are slow, or there've been major shifts in the previous year, the next year adds up to a 9. And 9 is Mars energy. So you can, if things were stuck for some time, now it's time for things to just move. All the hard work that you've been putting in the previous year, that's going to pay off. And that's why there's a lot of abundance coming for some of you. And this abundance could look different for different people. For some of you, it's going to be a new romantic cycle that begins. For others of you, it is financial. And for some of you, it's both. So depending on where you are and what you've been pouring energy into. Excellent, beautiful energy. And for a lot of you, there's a new start that's coming. This could be with the Ace of Cups in the area of love, but I feel this is more of, because you're in this energy, you're attracting a lot of new energy. And with this Death card here, shedding of your old skin to embrace the new. So with the new year, there's going to be a lot of shifts, and I feel this energy you will feel. All right, and I had to say one more thing here when I was talking about this Mars energy. Now, if things were blocked, you're going to go into action mode in the next year. But it is very, very important to understand Mars is known as the malefic planet. Mars is all about energy. And this energy is beautiful if it's channelized. If it's not, it can cause destruction. So it's very important for all of you out there. Yes, we've talked about meditation to keep your mind calm. Engage in some physical activity of some sort. Very, very important. It will keep you in a good place. As it is, we know that exercising and movement are good for you from a medical point of view, from every other point of view. But in this case, especially next year, it's important for you to dissipate excess energy. Otherwise, you will get into skirmishes, you will start having arguments, and this energy can quickly take a negative turn. All right, so be very mindful of that. And just remember, just like it's affecting you, it's going to be affecting everyone around you. So be kind. Be kind. If you find that something is going out of hand, there are, there's a flare up of some sort, just keep quiet and leave the place. Come back to the situation again, because things can actually go out of control very fast, because energy is going to be high for everyone out there, especially if you have fire in your chart and you have Aries and Scorpio in your chart. Things can actually escalate very fast. So please make sure that you take deep breaths and just relax, all right? Yes, here, see, there's this shift your perception. This is going to be a major theme in 2025, as well as the years moving ahead, maybe even the next 20 years when Pluto is in Aquarius. A lot of shift is going to happen on a global level as well as a personal level. So learn to change the way you look at things, all right? And always allow for people to challenge you. If everything works exactly how you think and everyone just follows one way of thinking, you'll never have change in this world. And change is the only constant, all right? Be ready to grow. Don't just say no for the sake of knowing. Listen, process it, and then by all means say no if it doesn't work for you. But be ready to shift your perception. This is going to be a big game changer for you as well. Now, what have I left out? Yes, this was the bottom of the deck energy in this deck, and it says enjoy success and happiness. So there's a lot of abundance coming in. Your hard work is paying off, and there's a lot of success and happiness coming in as well. Even in the area of love, with the new romantic cycle begins. Ace of Cups in the center, and here, love and let yourself be loved. All right. So during this healing period, what you need to work on your fears, obviously, and you need to work on being more expressive as far as your feelings are concerned. Last quarter moon in Aries and full moon in Cancer. Allow your fears to dissolve. Learn to connect with people. Learn to be vulnerable. It's all right if you get hurt. If you get hurt, what happens? You just give yourself an opportunity to let in the light, because wherever there is a crack, that's where the light comes in. That's where the light will actually be able to make an entry into your heart space. Does not mean that we all wait for heartbreaks to happen, but just know the universe has your back, all right? And everything happens. It doesn't happen mindlessly to anyone. And this whole idea of the universe is punishing you, is getting after you because of whatever, it doesn't work like that. There's nothing, no one's out there to get you. It's all to bring you in alignment for your highest good. So even difficult energies happen just to mold you into that wonderful, happy place, which will bring you a lot of joy and a lot of abundance and a lot of love. So take it in the right spirit, work through your feelings. If you are very sensitive, if you got hurts in the past, learn to work on them. Try and understand why this person spoke to you in a particular way or hurt you in a particular way, and make peace with it. Forgive them and forgive yourself. Don't forget. That's a lesson for you. But move on without the rancor. All right? You are stepping into your power with this claim your independence and step into your power. First quarter moon of Aries. I feel that this is what's happening. You're going to work on your healing. You might even take the first quarter of the year to work on this energy, taking your own sweet time. And by Aries season, I feel you are going to be on a roll. All right, you're stepping into your power and you're making things happen. I told you the whole year itself is the energy of Mars you have. There will be a lot of momentum moving forward and great things waiting to happen, especially for those of you who've been really working at it during this month and you've been, this year of 2024. If you've been really working on something and you're not seeing the shift happening, things are stuck, it's just going to change, all right? So I think I've covered all the cards here. Is there anything that's left? No, now we've got these cards. These are the only ones left and the messages. So I picked out 5 cards here. One says hat. You will be playing a different role. That's what I'm saying. Be very open. All right, keep your mind and your heart open, your eyes and your ears open. I always say that. You don't know how, in what form opportunities come. Maybe as people, maybe as a shift in job. And our first reaction is to think negatively about change. Very few people really embrace change, but you will be playing a different role. Now, where it's going to be, some of you may be feeling it, some of you have absolutely no idea, but however it plays out, it's meant to play out that way. So don't ever curse what's coming your way. It's all going to be for your highest good. Yeah, good news. So there is some good news coming in, and for each of you, it could be from in any area of your life. Some of you may be waiting for some news and you get it and it's very positive. Some of you are just getting good news out of the blue without you realizing it. With Spear, you have heartache over what you no longer have. So for some of you, you may be coming out of a job, going to a new job, and now you regret why did you leave that place. And for some of you, it could be a love situation when you're still stuck up on someone from the past, but you're being told to, what has happened has happened. There's no going back there. So you've got to learn your lessons, accept things for what they are. Be very, very kind to yourself in the process, but move on. Don't stay stuck. Move on. If something has gone out of your life, it's because it's going to either come back in a better version for you or something better is waiting for you. So trust the universe and don't be stuck thinking you know everything and you know exactly what you're meant to do. You don't. So just leave it and let it happen. Family matters. For a lot of you, you may have to give a lot of energy and attention to people in your family, especially for those of you who've been very focused on your coin. Just remember to come into balance, all right? That's the first card we got here, Temperance. Balance is the key. It's the key not just in the year that's coming, it's the key for every single day of your life, for this entire universe, not just the earth, but all the planets, the galaxies, everything is on a very delicate balance, but that balance has to be maintained, all right? And this is what you're being told when you're dealing with your family. Make sure that you have a proper balance in every area of your life so that your life moving ahead is smooth. Even if challenges come, if you're in balance, you'll be able to not overreact to the problem, but find a solution. With Cane here, you get pay attention to your health. So right in the beginning, when I was talking about movement, very important. In fact, because it's Mars energy, make sure that you go easy on rich foods, go easy on red meats, go easy on, anything that can increase your blood pressure, maybe even your blood sugar. These are the things that, you've got to really be careful of, because these lifestyle diseases which are happening because of lack of exercise and heavy foods, this should be greatly reduced during the next year, which is Mars, because it will all add to this, as it is excess energy of Mars. All right, so please pay attention to your health, and if you feel something is amiss, don't hide, go and show it to the doctor. All right. So I think I have covered pretty much everything. No, this is left. Now these cards, I don't know why I pulled them out, but Spirit was insistent. I felt foolish taking it out because I just knew the kind of decks which were coming out were all in sync, and this was something totally out of the blue, but someone really needs to hear it, and how you see it, how you perceive it, and where you put it to use. For some of you, it could be a love interest. For some of you, it could be something you're talking to yourself and you wanted a sign. That's why these messages have come. Two, three of them, by the look of it, are definitely in a romantic connection. One says, I can't do this. So for some of you, it may be something that you're offered, a job, or maybe someone's proposed to you, or whatever it is. It could be in any area of your life, because this is a general garden for some of you. It could be your person trying to, the higher self of your person trying to tell you something. But if it is you who says, I can't do this, do not disempower yourself. You can do everything. If you want to do it, you will focus on it, pour your energy into this, and then it'll happen. So don't talk yourself out. This gives me very strong self-sabotage energy, wherein your fears get the better of you, and there's something beautiful coming in, and you just say, I can't do this, and just without a second thought, just keep it away because it scares you. Work on the trigger, and tell yourself that you can do anything, all right? And if it is from someone else, well, you'll know. I am not over you. This clearly is someone you've had a falling out with, and they haven't forgotten you. Maybe some of you have been feeling bad and wondering whether they've forgotten you already, but they haven't. I'm not over you. I miss being with you. Now this could be, again, anyone who's no longer in your life, and you may be, it just may be due to distance. You've not connected for a long time. It could be a friend, a childhood friend, it could be a sweetheart, it could be an ex, it could be anybody, but they miss being with you. Or this could be you wanting to convey that to someone, or if you feel this way, then it's a mutual thing. And last but not the least is your intellect arouses me. So this is specific to any one relationship you can imagine. You'll know if it's for you, all right? So, well, my dear seekers, and thank you so much for your time. I hope this could give you some sort of clarity as you move forward. And these messages are such that it's not just in the coming year, but you can come back to this reading every December and it'll still hold good, because the themes that have come up here, and I love it because these are the crystals I chose along with selenite for me to have clarity in this reading. You've got the clear quartz, the amethyst, and the rose quartz. Lots of love, lots of healing, seeing things clearly, and ascending, claiming your independence, being more accepting of people. And it begins with when you accept yourself. So balance is the key, and allow yourself to shine, authentic you, all right? And do not forget what I told you about Mars energy. Balance is the key. Wonderful seekers, have a glorious 2025. And if you're watching it years later, then whichever year that's coming in, wish you a lot of happiness, lot of abundance, and balance. Balance is the key to everything that you ever want moving forward. Wishing you an abundant life, a life full of experiences. And that is all I have for you. Sending you so much love, light, and a bit of magic, maybe a little more. Bye-bye.